What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This has been a long awaited day for me. My name's Jeff. This right here is my 2010 Camaro SS. If you've seen my other videos, you know I've done a lot of mods to this thing, and today is like any other day. We're gonna do some more mods. Today's mods are gonna be this set of electric exhaust cutouts. Looks pretty clean. This is an eBay kit, pretty cheap. They're like $100. Comes with all the wiring you need. Plugs into a cigarette lighter. Also comes with this fantastic little remote so you can control it remotely as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So we'll be back in a flash. I'm gonna get this thing lifted up off the ground, hopefully get it up on my block so I got plenty of room to work with. And then we'll start measuring, cutting pipes, installing clamps. And if those clamps don't work, we'll take it to the exhaust shop, get it all welded up, and then I'll run the wiring and give it a good test. See you soon. Hey guys, let me show you what I'm doing now. I put the car up in the air and I got the cutouts underneath it to see where they would fit and best be clamped into place. I quickly realized that I couldn't clamp them on the way that they were built. They're a little bit too big. It didn't give me enough ground clearance. So I bit the bullet, went to the muffler shop, got the cutouts all chopped up, and then welded in to the mid pipes right behind the headers, and they sound amazing. So I'm skipping ahead to this point now where I'm gonna show you guys the cutouts, and then I'm going to install the motors and wire those in where they need to be so that way that the remote can work to control them. So let's get under the car and I'll show you what we got so far. Okay, now we're into the car. Here's where the cutouts are installed. You can see right after the headers and the mid pipes where the pipes come down before they get to the X pipe or the H pipe. We cut holes in those pipes and just simply welded them into place. This weld is not the prettiest weld, but it's functional and it works. The other side looks a little bit better where looks like the guy took his time to kind of squeeze the existing cutout pipe into place before we started welding, and so it came out a little bit cleaner. This one's a little bit dirtier, but it'll still work, and it works fine for me. You'll see it does hang down a little bit, just past the frame, but I figured that's not going to be too much of a big deal. The rest of my pipes hang down below the frame just a little bit as well, but I'm not going to lower the car, so I should be okay with ground clearance. I'll just be careful when I go over bumps. So now I'm gonna set the camera up and then we'll install the rest of these things.
All right, from the side of the car, you can see I might have a little bit of issue running the turn downs. They're a little bit lower than I was hoping them to be. So I think I'm gonna start out by running it without the turn downs. The cutouts are angled downward anyway to begin with. So I think it'll keep it away from any components that might be damaged by the heat or anything like that. And there's really nothing behind, no wires or anything like that behind where the cutouts are installed. So I should be okay. So I'm gonna take the turn down off and go ahead and get the other side installed, and then we'll get into wiring.
Okay, before we install the wiring in the car, let's just do a quick test to see if these motors work. I've just got the cables draped under the car and plugged into the cigarette lighter, and I'm gonna use my little remote key fob here. We're just gonna push the open button, see what happens. Looks good, it's just a one click and it goes all the way and close. Perfect. Okay, now we're ready to start wiring it up.
All right, I'm gonna show you how I got the wiring ran. I'm gonna start underneath the car because I think that'll be easiest. Work from under the car towards the top. Here, let me get my light on. Okay, so on the passenger side, oh, see if I can get under there.
On the passenger side, I ran the cable next to the fuel lines and used some zip ties to tie it up there, and then came across this little cross brace here underneath the exhaust and used ties to tie it up there as well to get to the driver's side. Then I went into this frame rail. It's open all the way through. Set it all the way up here until there's a hole that comes out. And that's when I tie into the driver's side cutout that comes in here. Now underneath the car, probably gonna get some hate for this, but I found it the easiest way possible. And I did this on an old truck of mine and never really had any problems. There's a plastic cap in the floorboard. I went ahead and just drilled a 1/2 inch hole in that cap, and it came up through the inside. And I'll show you how to get to that.
Obviously I took the fuse panel off, took this kick panel off down here, and then pulled the carpet back as much as I could to get underneath here. And you can see where that plastic cap comes through, and there's a hole in the floor now. And I have the wires just running through there loosely. I'll probably plug that up. And then I got it running under the sill plate. I pulled the sill plate off, ran all the wires behind that. And let me scoot the seat forward. I have the wires in the control box right now just loosely sitting underneath the seat, riding up here to the back of the armrest, and obviously there's a 12-volt power source inside the armrest, and that's how I plan on running it. I'm going to secure everything up and make it look nice and neat and button up the rest of the car, but that's just to give you an idea of how everything was put together. Now I'm just going to reassemble it and tie everything up and give it a test start so you guys can hear before and after. All right, first start with the cutouts closed.
right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video of installing those electric cutouts. Hope you like the sound of it. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more content in the future. Lots of projects to come, I'm sure, so stay tuned for more. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.